So when we're using the theorems, the mean value theorem, intermediate value theorem, and L'Hopital's rule, we need to make sure we have the conditions that allow us to apply these theorems and to use L'Hopital's rule. So the mean value theorem, it's important that the function is smooth and continuous. Okay, so if it's not smooth and continuous, we cannot say that the average slope between 2 points is equal to a tangent slope at some point in that interval. Okay, so if I do this, okay, the average slope here doesn't show up anywhere on that graph. So it has to be smooth and continuous. For the intermediate value theorem, it just has to be continuous. Because if it's continuous, no matter how I draw it, okay, whether I draw jagged or not, the intermediate value theorem just states that if it's continuous, we have a point that there has to be some point that exists between the max and min y values of the endpoints. Okay, so that's not necessarily the max of the function, but the max is going to be established by one endpoint, the min is going to be established by another endpoint, and somewhere in between, there must exist at least once a value, all the y values in between. And then lastly, L'Hopital's rule, if we don't check for the condition 0 over 0, we could end up with results that are invalid. Okay, so we can end up with things that look correct, but they're invalid because we did not check for the condition before we were able to use L'Hopital's rule.